Okay, so going to start a couple of Greater Rift runs. Diablo 3 early season 7. I'm still under Paragon 100, so these are going to be a little low, but working on a Tal Rasha build. Mainly uses Spectral Blade, have a couple of the pieces for that, but not everything yet, so it's kind of a half-finished build, but like I said, it's still very early on and we're doing low Greater Rift. So let's take a quick look at what we're working with here, and then we'll head in. So, using the Tal Rasha and Elemental Exposure, going to use all 4 different elements, and so going to have 2 buffs going on all times, Energy Armor and Magic Weapon to buff my damage up. And then for Frost, going to use Frost Nova, Lightning Blades, Throne Blade for Lightning, Explosive Blast for Fire, and Teleport with the Calamity Rune to get some arcane damage. So that should take care of all 4 of our different damage types. Right now, because I don't have a whole lot of great stuff in the cube, I am running a Convention of Elements, a Laoric's Crown, and a Fulminator because I have absolutely no better options for a weapon. So obviously, with little more than just the 6-piece Tal Rasha, and then the Shame of Delceray, you can do something pretty similar, and then crafted, you know, nothing particularly rare or hard to come by here. Just pretty standard basic stuff. Not even everything is legendary. Very low gem here. I've got a couple of greater rifts, as you can see, to get my Bane of the Powerful up to rank 11, but I'm still not getting the 25 bonus from it. So let's see, 18 is the highest I've gone so far. So I suppose we'll go ahead and do the we'll do level 21. How much does it cost to empower? Almost all of my gold, so we're just going to go with what it is. So do the level 21 and get the achievement out of the way for the season. And as you can see, once you have the 6-piece Tal Rashas, damage output is not a problem. Survivability is actually pretty good. Toughness is fairly high. I wouldn't mind a Aquila Curios just because this is hardcore, and that's one of my favorite pieces to run with on hardcore. Like the damage reduction it gives is hard to replace in a lot of builds, and because this one has room for it, because Tal Rasha is a 7-piece, so you only need to wear 5 of them plus a Ring of Royal Grandeur to get the full effect. It gives you a lot of options for other gear that you can use. And gear options are always a nice thing in a build. Well, that was nice and quick. Okay. Pain enhancer. Not one I really needed, but that makes it easy. I can continue ranking up. 80. We'll try it. Okay, and that's done. Okay. Another, let's see how high they'll let me go today. 24. 24 sounds good. So yeah, starting to feel a little bit of the survivability crunch at this level. I'm actually taking damage. Some of that just could be my bonehead play. Conduit pylon right at the end. Ice Blink, great. Another one I don't really need. And what's the something new? veers. Don't think this really synergizes well. Yeah, this is the Archon one, which is interesting because I have the wand and the orb that would go well with this. And it doesn't use either of those pieces, so the two sets work together. So it's just something to keep in mind. But yeah. I'm gonna need to get into the 30s before I can have guaranteed upgrades, but also with the lack of funds, it's not like I can do a lot faster. Still got 5 I can do. It's pretty comfortable level, but I can probably do a little higher, a little faster. Okay, so I'll probably just do this one as a quick one, and then we'll do a couple more stacking together and kind of see how this goes, pushing into some rifts. Like I said, still very early on in the season, and keep that all up to date.